Okay. Recording in progress.
Ooh, I'm gonna leave. Don't record me.
You're gonna leave. So,
Welcome to Works in Progress.
because literally we are.
Yeah, we are.
So many ways, like forever, even though
We shot for 7 p.m. and it's 7:30.
Works in progress. We attempted to do 7 to 8. It's gonna be 7:30 to 8 because there's a little human that has to be put to bed soon.
See.
So tonight is just the introduction one of explaining kind of why we're doing this and a little bit of who we are.
Yes, a little bit.
Would you like to go first?
No, I want you to go first.
Okay. My name is Christina, and lots of people call me Shosh, and that's a story that my oldest niece, because I have so many nieces and nephews in my life, but my oldest one never could say my name when she was started to talk, and Shosh happened, and then it just stuck, and ever since then, and she's now 24, everyone has called me Shosh.
Yeah, I don't know you by Christina anymore.
If someone calls me Christina, I'm like, you don't know me very well.
Yeah.
And let's see. I work in mortgage, and that's a work in progress in itself to try and leave mortgage, but that's a whole other story for a whole other day.
It's been improved.
It's been, and let me see what else. My favorite color is pink, even though everything I own is red, including my hair. That's a mess. And
I would not peg you for a pink person.
Oh my gosh, I love pink. You should see how much pink I own. It is ridiculous.
I do own a lot of pink.
I do own a lot of pink, but I probably don't wear it as much as I should.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to flip it over to my other host.
Me.
I have known since I was 12. So.
Yes.
And I am now 36. So.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
I'm Amanda. A lot of people call me Mandy.
Auntie Mimi.
Auntie Mimi by the littlest people in my life. I am going to school for nursing. I work in ag. What else? Oh, I have a passion for crystals, tarot. I'm now trying to be a plant mom along with a real mom.
It's a good mix. You have to keep both alive.
I have to keep two things alive. Well, multiple things.
Multiple things. You actually have 7 children in total. I can see them all behind you.
My little babies.
The babies, you got to keep them fed.
Fucking dead. Just ignore the fern.
Just the ferns are hard. Ferns are very fickle. They're like one of those ones you're like.
Yeah. Gotta find its right spot.
Yeah, they're very fickle, but maybe it's like life. You kind of have to find your right spot, and then you grow and you bloom.
And then you grow, you gotta plant your roots where you are. In your situation, this plant's too picky. It needs to figure out. Be happy where you are, plant.
The plant, it said no. It said I'm not happy with life.
No. I like all the colors. I don't know if I could put my thumb on one. I wear a lot of black.
You do wear a lot of black.
But I wouldn't say that's my favorite color. Because I do like colors.
You do, because you do. When I think of you a tie-dye.
Yeah.
That's what I think of. Like, what's your favorite color? Is tie-dye. Like
my favorite.
The unicorn tie-dye too.
Yeah. My niece would probably say her favorite color is rainbow, so I'm going to go with rainbow as my favorite color.
That's fair. That's a good one.
If it counts to a 4-year-old, it counts to a 36-year-old.
I kind of agree with that.
Yes, rainbow's a color.
Your name is a color. And then we started this because we are just working things out in life, and we kind of feel like we think we're alone when we work things out sometimes, and I think it's nice to have that connection to be like, you are going through this too.
Yeah, we're not alone. Not at all.
No.
And
just with family and life and everything that happens,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a work in progress and you need to kind of commiserate with somebody or connect and you just come to another level.
Yeah. And we want to share our progress so everyone else doesn't feel alone, to be like, all right, well, these two are disasters and I could be a disaster too in my own way.
But you can also be the best kind of disaster. And I think that both of us are very good examples of that because you can put both of us in a situation and it may take us a little bit longer, but we'll figure it out, even if we have no idea what we're doing.
Oh, yes. We definitely, you and I are very good at that.
So people sometimes worry about putting us together, but I feel like it's the best thing to put us together.
We succeed at the end of the day. It might take us all day to do it. It might take us a bottle of champagne, getting lost, breaking things, blowing up the barbecue. But we figure it out.
Painting the
Now we
garage
know
floor.
how to barbecue.
That's true. Very good at barbecuing. I'll have to maybe do an episode on that because I actually enjoy that quite a bit. We know how to paint things without painting the garage floor.
Yeah.
Remember? And the car, we got a car with spray paint. Oops.
Yes.
Oops.
But it's just because we have to learn from our mistakes. We might not fully think things through, but it'll be at least thought of step one.
Yep. And I think sometimes people forget that is that you think you have to be an expert at something right away when you don't.
You don't.
You really don't, because there's been so. Okay, see, a good example is like pulling oracle cards. I used to think it was you had to be this big, like esoteric, like goddess sitting on a leaf floating down a river pulling your cards. And and it's not that. Like now I just enjoy pulling them whenever, and we will pull some later. We have maybe the new deck we'll pull.
Oh yes.
From Anna Tarasova. Oh, she makes the prettiest
That
decks.
deck is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's the prettiest.
I love it.
And she's based out of Australia.
Oh, wait. That is just you right there. When are we putting you on a plane to Australia?
When Australia starts accepting Americans again, because right now they said no.
It's going to be a while.
They said no Americans. I think for now, I have to check. This one, though, she refuses to go to Australia, and I would like you to explain why. Explain why.
I will die in Australia. We'd be walking on the beach. I'll step on the wrong thing, and I'm dead.
But the rockfish. No.
I don't care if they scan the beach. Nope.
I feel like, maybe it's meant you're not going to step on a rockfish.
You never know.
I don't know. I think you need to see it because everybody that's ever been that I've talked to has said it's like life-changing in Australia.
What is life-changing? The animals?
The animals, and it's so pretty, and it's just like
giant spiders everywhere.
Granted, those are like in the country. Those are like in,
No.
Oh,
they're in the hotels. They're in the toilets. They're in your shoe. The dingo's gonna steal a Raya.
The dingo's still my baby. No. So the dingoes are on a specific island. I know that in Australia. And as long as you don't go there,
hold on. Australia has islands?
I think it's on an island.
It's not one cluster.
This is what
Australia is an island. But then they have baby islands off of it?
Baby islands, I believe. See, this is what I talk about. We have to figure stuff out, but we will eventually.
But this is what makes it exciting. We can't be scripted.
See, and that's why you need to go to Australia, though, and you need to find out about the islands.
Okay.
See?
You drug me, I will go.
I'll give you 4 Benadryl, and I'll throw you on a plane.
Is that legal?
No, when you get on the plane, I'll say, here, drink it down with some champs, and as long as, I don't think you can die, right?
Well, I guess I'll have how many hours? 18 hours of sleep?
17 hours. Or we could fly to Hawaii and then spend a couple days in Hawaii and then fly to Australia.
I would like to recoup in Hawaii.
I know, so would I. It's so nice.
I know. Yeah.
So Australia is the place that you said negative ghostwriter to.
Yes. But for you, I will do anything.
That's the first time, and this is proof that is the first time you've ever said that you will go
It's
to Australia.
recorded.
It's recorded. Oh, I can't wait. But first, I feel like we need to go to Savannah. That's the next trip.
Yes.
Because we have been to Hawaii together. We've been to Maui. We've been
Yes.
to Boston and Salem, which was fun. And we've been to Seattle
And Nevada.
and Vegas and San Diego.
And yeah. That's all.
Yes. I know it feels like more, but I think because the trips are so long, they were a week each almost.
Yeah.
So they were pretty long, all of them. So I would say though, we like, as much as ghosties kind of scare us, we kind of look for stuff like that.
Yeah. We like to feel the energy.
Because we went to
That was-
Salem because hello.
Yes.
Oh,
Because
we're
I like
very,
the
I guess both of us are very into kind of that stuff. You're much more into the protection stuff, the protection spells and everything,
Mhm.
and the Wiccan stuff. And
Yeah.
I really like crystals and cards and kind of,
Yeah.
the spells I'm very cautious with just because I know you can do a lot if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. You have to be very careful, and you have to come from like the grounded space and like a good place.
Yeah, and if you're
Before you
like
start.
unsure or kind of wary, then it can go like tip off the scales, and
Mhm.
I'm not trying to mess with that still. I just kind of hold back. I'll pull my tarot cards for now.
I don't think I've like a full moon, like when we wrote what we wanted to let go of during that full moon at our friend's house. Do you remember? And we burnt it.
Oh, I forgot about that. I
Yeah.
don't think I remember what I wrote, honestly.
That one was like one big one that really worked. But other than that, I just have my money bowl. I'm going to start dabbling more in protection, but I feel like that's just like mixing up herbs that are supposed to protect you. I'm not like drawing symbols and like using blood.
Well, there's
It's
like
very,
there's
very
the
light.
spells with the sigils and stuff, and you can like
yeah.
there's a very easy ones like the
Yeah.
herbs and the
I do
crystals.
very easy stuff that you can't really
You can't
do
really-
anything.
And like the money spell, which was from the Witch of Wonderlust, who is amazing.
She is amazing. Yeah. I use her money spell.
Yeah, and her money spell is awesome. Which
Yeah. And it works.
eventually we'll figure out how to link stuff and do things like that.
Yeah.
But just
I think
YouTube
I
the
could-
Witch of Wonderlust money spell.
Yeah. She is great.
Yeah, she
And
is
hers
great.
are very like, and she also has a really good protecting one too.
Actually, and hers are very basic. She doesn't do anything too crazy, and she like wants to make sure people understand and like don't do anything too
Yes.
extreme.
And for her, even it's like you need to ground before you need to meditate. You need to come from that good spot, that good place. But you don't need to make this big old elaborate scene to do it.
And I think that's the biggest thing with like not just with this, but like with anything, like you feel like I have to have this whole altar and I have to have everything. And you're the one that told me you actually don't.
Yeah.
That's how you actually taught me. And so like I made my little altar and I had my crystals and I had my candles and I had my cards.
Yeah, I think I told you I have mini ones with like
You
my
did,
favorite
you
things
showed
and,
me
like
altars and
mini
altoids,
sections. Yeah.
which was
But
super
you
cool.
also like create mini spaces. Like I have my crystals and like my money bowl over there. And then like this was my favorite place for a little bit, but I have like my cards and my stuff in here.
And so just like little sections of like, this is
Yeah.
this,
Little baby altars everywhere.
little baby altars. So then it's just kind of your little bubble.
Yes.
Speaking of grounding, every time I've been pulling cards, I keep getting like earth cards and stuff like that. So I need to
You
ground a little.
need to meditate.
Yes. I keep getting like earth and like everything. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Nature, that's another one. Fire comes up a lot. So just all sorts of stuff. I'm like,
Do
okay.
you lack fire in your chart, or what is your main
No,
elements?
I have lots of fire. I have a lots of the air and fire in my chart.
Hmm.
Like my Mars planet, which is the planet of war, which I believe is how you like do arguments and stuff, is Aries, which is super
That would
aggressive.
explain. That explains it.
Super aggressive. What's
Yeah,
yours?
my Mars? I don't have to look.
See, she opens up her little cabinet. Let me show
Yes.
you what's within me. But yeah, my Mars is super aggressive, and any Aries that we know is just anyone whose sun sign is Aries is very kind of very aggressive.
Yeah.
I will say the guys are really good in bed.
Aries. What? I've never
No,
experienced that. I go towards more the later of the year.
you get a lot of like, okay, I feel like you get a lot of fire and air signs that you date.
Yeah. Air and water.
Oh, water.
Yeah. Who else? Oh. What is Leo? Leo's fire?
Leo is
So I
fire.
dated one water.
Leo
Mainly
is
air.
the most fire.
Yeah. So mainly air and fire. You're right.
My
I
littlest
fight with
niece.
fire.
Yeah, my littlest niece. Her whole chart is almost fire. It is insane. Her whole chart. I'll have to pull her chart up and show, but it is crazy. I pulled it. I was like, oh no.
That explains all the sass.
Oh, she is so sassy, and she's so tiny and just so much sass.
She's so itty bitty.
And she's just, oof.
Yeah. She's the cutest.
She's so cute.
And she is super cute.
What about yours? Your little human has tons of.
I don't know. So her sun is Libra, her moon is Virgo, and her ascending is Sagittarius.
Oh, so she's. Oh, what a mix there. That's a mix for sure.
Yeah, but the Sagittarius explains her party animal ways.
We know several Sagittariuses.
Mm-hmm.
Bob
That
and
we mix for a coupon.
And CJ are Sagittariuses.
See.
And they're the most Sagittarius person. Like these are two separate people and they are the same person sometimes. I'm like, oh my gosh.
We had two people that was like, what are they, a day away?
Yeah. And they are the same person.
Yeah. Bob and CJ, they're a day away.
Yeah. So it's just crazy.
It's crazy.
Like sometimes that's why people are like, what the planets? Just, I don't know, give it a chance.
Yeah, I love the planets. What one is yours? You said Mars?
Mars is my, Aries is in Mars.
Okay, so my Mars is in Cancer.
Oh, that's why you're so gentle.
You think I'm gentle?
I think
I don't like to start fights. And
I say I don't like to start fights, but I actually do.
I think you just wait. You let them push your buttons for a little bit. And then once the right button is pushed, that's like your eject.
Oh, yes.
And then I feel like you lose it.
And then it's like detonated, like, let's go.
Yeah. And I've just heard stories. I don't think I've ever seen you.
No, you've never seen me. It's been a while, thank God. As I've gotten older, I've learned to make that button be very, very far away from most stuff.
Yeah, I don't push your button. I
think as I've gotten older too, it's like, well, again, we respect each other, our friendships. Like it's with people that just, if you're rude or you're condescending, automatically I'm going to battle you. If you are condescending to me, that's it.
I've seen your battles with people and it's very uncomfortable, but I'm never a part of it.
Are you talking about
I'm always Team Stosh. I've seen people piss you off to the point and they're condescending with you that you like kind of like are smart back to them. It doesn't go anywhere, but you're just you're just a bitch to them. And you give it back to them.
Because there comes a point, like you can only be so nice. And then after a certain point, you're like, you know what? Now you've hit me. It's time to go down. Like it's just, and that's what people have to learn is just that level of respect for each other and just don't do it to anybody.
No.
I think my biggest thing is too, like working in retail for as long as I did, it happened so much. Yeah. So you just gotta be nice to everybody and love one another.
That's all.
And that's all.
Just be nice. Be a kind human.
Be a kind
We
human.
all have
to be kind humans.
And then we all have like rough days and our own things.
I know. We all have our own little battles. Okay. I'm just going to start shuffling because tonight's going to be a quick one because it was mostly just an introduction and kind of just introducing our podcast. Oh, but we will introduce another person that's in our coven who we love very much, but she's going to kind of come and go as like flow like water.
Yeah.
Like she is. And she is water. She's our little Pisces. So
she loves it. And who knows, maybe it might turn into something more.
Yeah, but
she just doesn't want to commit to herself.
Yeah, she doesn't want to commit. So, and it's totally fine because we love her and she is just awesome. So
yeah, she's definitely someone
who everyone's going to love.
Yeah, we want her here.
And then I definitely think as well, just there will be times too, like there'll be some solo ones if someone's out or just something that pops into our head. Because sometimes I know I have things that I just need to go off on and kind of talk about. And, you know, you're not alone. If you think you're alone and you think you're 36 and confused and lost in life, oh, you are not.
You definitely come to the right place.
Are we just pulling for energy or do we have a question?
Let's pull for energy. Let's see what the energy with our podcast is going to be.
So then I am actually going to pull one from each deck. So I'll pull one. Let's see if the answer.
Yeah, you've definitely become the master of card pullers. You pull some magical pulls.
When I pull sometimes like for myself in the morning, and then I'll pull for people that come to my mind. And I usually pull for Amanda because her spirit guides are like pull for this little one.
Yeah, this little one. She doesn't listen to us.
But they're super aggressive. They throw your cards at me all the time. I guess our podcast is pretty gentle. Okay, let me pull one from the top because one's not going to pop out. All right, so
that just looks so pretty.
It's so pretty. I don't know if you can see it.
Water the seeds of your intentions. Nurture your ideas. That is that's good.
Oh, that is very appropriate. And that deck is from the Anna Tarasova deck. She's like a smaller company, but she's based out of Australia and she's just awesome. All her stuff is so pretty.
It's like gorgeous.
Found it on a whim. And this deck is Work Your Light, the Rebecca Campbell. I like this deck too.
Oh yeah, I like that one too.
Okay, so we'll pull three really quick. So this is just for the energy for the podcast. Yeah, this is it's very gentle, which is a good thing.
Yeah, we're gentle souls.
Very appropriate.
Answer the call. Ooh, this is actually what our soul does call us to do.
What is your soul calling you to do?
This.
Oh, and I like reading the bottom of the deck because it's kind of the energy that's being given.
You're ready? We are.
Oh man, I love it. See, this is the kind of deck pulls I love. And then one more from Anna Tarasova, and then I love
the gold. Is this the purple toned ones?
Yeah, this is the silver ones. Yeah, she just every time decks come out, I'm like, oh, let me get it. I didn't bring the affirmation deck, but she has an affirmation deck too, which is really cool.
Ooh.
One last one. Woo! Oh, this one comes out a lot for me.
Remember who you are. Return to the roots. And that's like, I feel like that for sure is because we want to acknowledge who we are as our own individuals.
Yeah.
And share that. And like I don't know about you, but it took us a long time to like acknowledge and love ourselves for who we are.
Yeah, it's
been
honestly been probably till this recent year, honestly. Like turning 36 is when I finally kind of felt at ease with myself. And it's, I still a work in progress and still working on myself, but it's kind of finally where I stopped beating myself up in my head, because I would call myself a loser daily.
No.
It's okay. But
Ever.
but we just, it's one of those things that I think a lot of people may feel like that, and you got to pull yourself out of it. It's, you just have to keep working.
It's not like we work and then like, oh, magically we're just these new people. Like it's literally daily.
It's literally daily. And then real quick, just because the end of the bottom of the deck for this one too.
A new beginning. I love it.
A new beginning. So this was a very good pull.
Yes.
Very good pull for the start of the podcast, and kind of introducing and pulling cards. And everyone's
our flow. That was off track, but then we'll try to get back on track.
I mean, sometimes it gets real off track, but it's okay.
Yeah. And we get some really good stuff off track too.
We have fun going off track. I mean, you can't go wrong with that sometimes.
No.
And then there's times when we were just really weird, and that's okay.
Especially when we have a few cocktails and we haven't
seen each other in a while. Have a few cocktails. Oh. See the bottom, even the bottom of the decks of all of these.
There's a glare.
Oh, it says you are safe to make mistakes. You are safe to be imperfect. You are safe.
Oh, I love it. Can you please post those?
Yeah, these are amazing. Oh my gosh.
I love it.
I love it. I'll pull them out, post them. But I feel like that's a good note to end on.
I feel like it is too.
So this is episode 1.
Yes. I love you.
I love you. Go have a very good night and relax.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. And we're here.
We're here, and hopefully you enjoy us and join us, and we'll go from there.
Okay. I love you.
I love you.
Bye, Way.
Bye, Way.